like I'll be happy with that because I know that this shit works and it worked for me and it's helping me to be a better version of myself like every day. And I know that if somebody take it and implement it, they're gonna at least double or triple the productivity. And like all the great minds of this world are keeping a journal. Like we discovered many things just from the journal of Leonardo da Vinci, for example. And so I have also got my Tony Robbins certificate, and it's a I have also got my Tony Robbins certificate, and it's a huge win for me, especially that I'm coming from far away. And I've made a post about this on Instagram, and like many people found it motivating and inspirational. Like wherever you are, you can make things work. Hey everyone, and welcome to this video. So as I told you on the previous one, if you watched it, this one is a little bit different than it's not, I won't be talking about e-commerce or marketing or anything like that, but I'm talking about something way more important. Like it's the most important thing in business. So it's about productivity and how you double or triple your productivity, and about consistency, and like either if you are starting a business or about to start in the learning phase, or if you are running a business, I think this video can be important for you because I'm dropping some value bomb in here. And like it's the things I'm implementing myself on my business and it's working, and there is like I'll be sharing all of this with you. So stick with me. If you have some distraction around, like switch off the social media and stuff like that, and it's gonna be a long video actually, and let's move forward. And I went to the blog and I checked, and yeah, I took this dashboard and I made couple tweaks to adapt it to my need. And this is what I'm going to share with you in this video. And like it was, when I found it, it was mind blowing, and when I used it, it was way more mind blowing. So I'm giving full credit to the Maverick traveler, and I'm thanking him for all what he's been doing. And yeah, so this video is gonna be about productivity, how to double it, triple it, or even more. I'm sure that if you watch it full and you implement what I'm going to share, I'm sure that you gonna double at least your productivity. And so stick with me and let's dig into this. Alright guys, so basically this is the dashboard. And by the way, what I'm sharing here, like it's very personal. I was hesitating before doing it. The truth, I didn't want to share that, but after I said, hey, screw it, let's do it, because if it helped like only one or three or four of my subscribers, like I'll be happy with that because I know that this shit works and it worked for me and it's helping me to be a better version of myself like every day. And I know that if somebody take it and implement it, they're gonna at least double or triple the productivity, because this is something really rock solid. So if you like the whole idea, please thumb up. Maybe I will do some more cool stuff like that later. And yeah, so basically this is the dashboard. This is the one I took from the Maverick Traveler, and I did a little tweaks. So as you can see in here, it's the month, this column in here, February and March. And this one is the weeks: week 1, week 2, week 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm at week 8, so 2 months using this thing. And this is the days, and this also the days, and those are my 13 habits of success. Those in here are my 13 habits. Doesn't have to be 13 for you. It depends of every person and the needs of the person. This is like really vital for me. This part is the morning ritual. It seems that it's a lot of things, but it takes like less than 1 hour. And this part is for the note. Like I give a note for every day. What is green, it means it's not done. When it's black, it means it's shit, it have to be done, like it's alert. And when it's green, it means it's done. And for example, here we have two things done, so it's two in here. And for me, 7 out of 13 is good and 10 is perfect. So this is the aim because we can't do the 13. I've never done it, you know. I'm I don't know. I'm lazy. Like trust me, I'm fucking lazy, but you know, this thing helps a lot. Anyway, and this is my motto. 2018 is my pitch. This is my motto, not only me, but we're a little group of entrepreneurs living here in Sao Paulo, and we have this as our motto. So like this is how we see 2018. Like we're all hustling like crazy to make good shit happen. And here you must work hard to get it and twice as hard to maintain it. Twice. Anyway, this was basically written for me, so sometime I will write shit like that. And this part is the goals. I removed it because it's a little bit very personal, but you can write goal 1, 2, 3, 4 to have clarity because you are doing this to achieve this. And by goals, you can put try to put like the minimum, like the most important one. Don't put 100 goals or something because you won't achieve all the 100. Like big goals that you are moving toward. All right, so now we are going to go through all this. The morning ritual, I will explain to you like my morning ritual in depth, and I will also share with you all the tools and technology that I'm leveraging to to be more efficient in the process. So stick with me and let's go through this. Alright guys, so the very first thing that I had to work on is waking up before midday. Because you know, when you work online, you don't give a shit about like when you wake up. Sometimes I find myself like working until midday, then I sleep during the day, and like it's not a healthy way of living, and like I felt that I was missing most of the day, like, and I was like that my whole life, seriously. It's the first time that I'm starting making some improvements on this, and I can see the difference. Like I don't know, I don't feel like I'm missing days or stuff like that. So as you might notice, the first week it was shit. I wasn't able to do it. It was a little bit hard. Then the next week it became a habit, and since then I'm always waking up before midday. And what I did to help this to achieve this is that I for example, once I want to go to sleep, I avoid any blue light. I avoid cell phone, I avoid computer, I avoid TV. I don't watch TV anyway. And like because you just go scroll on Facebook and stuff like that, and you will never your brain is working or something. So what I do instead is I put some audiobooks or some on my Audible, or some podcasts, some audiobook about some sci-fi or something that like help you to sleep and don't make your brain work a lot, or some stupid talk show about anything, something like I don't care about, just you know, just to hear some people talking, and then I sleep, and it worked fine for me. So so since then, like I see a real improvement. Like I don't watch movies before sleeping. It was my habit. Sometimes you watch some TV show, Walking Dead or something, and find yourself at the third, fourth episode. So this worked for me. So once I wake up and I brush my teeth and everything, like the first thing I do in the morning is gratitude, and like just I repeat couple stuff that I'm grateful for, because you know you can't be in a it's just to get my state of mind right, because you can't be grateful and feel some sadness or some anger at the same time. When you are grateful, you are happy. You are feliz, as we say in here. Like, and uh, and uh, and like this, you can be grateful for anything. Just you know, just to have a bed where to sleep at night, like just to have food, or for some success, or for having some good friends around you, for your family, for anything. Like there is tons of things. Only the air that we breathe, only having like your two feet you can walk. Some people don't have this. You have to be grateful for what you have, and there is no better state of mind to start the day than gratitude. So for me, it's something really important, and you can go the extra step and get a gratitude rock. You can check. Gratitude rock is something mentioned in the book The Secret and in the documentary. You can check that if you are really interested. Like, I want to go very in depth with this. So this is the very first thing after waking up. This is what I do. So right after this, I moved to the gym for the workout, just to get my body right and like to feel energized for the day. And like, we have a gym here in the condominium, so I go there, I train for like 20-30 minutes, and I do at the same time another thing. By the way, if you don't have a gym or something, you can just do some push-ups. Like, when I'm not at home, I just do some push-ups. This is a workout too, and push-ups, you can do that everywhere. So it doesn't have to be something fancy or anything like that. And at the same time, I do my business education to learn some, because our brain is like an OS, and you have to continuously update it with new data, new skills, new stuff. Otherwise, it won't work properly to achieve what you want to achieve. So I try to listen to some good podcasts, some business books, and like, I use Audible again, because I'm not very fan of reading books, but I prefer to optimize my time. So listening to a book while doing some task at the same time, and it worked like perfectly for me. So, and I try to educate myself on skills, if it is skills that I will practice the same day. For example, I want to learn some specific skill. I learn because our brain is not for storing information for a long time. So I try to learn things that I'm gonna implement right after. Other than this, I'm learning some stoicism, and it's a philosophy, but it's a practical philosophy that help you in your life, and it's a philosophy that was practiced by the old Greek and Romans. And if you know Tim Ferriss, the guy behind 4 Hours Work Week, he have like tons of good videos about that. And maybe I will do a video about that later, because I think it's really important for entrepreneur. Like, there is many successful entrepreneur following this philosophy of living. And uh, and right after this, I go back home and I meditate. And meditation, I do this to get myself centered for the day, and to be aware of myself and of everything. At the beginning, I was thinking it was like some new age stuff, some wow thing, meditation, Buddhism. But no, it's not. It really helped me, like, in my daily life. And I'm not very consistent with that, as you can notice in here. Like, I don't meditate every day. I do it when I can do it. And uh, and I have a video that helped me a lot, so you will find. I will add the resources below the video, so I will add the link to this video so you can check it. It's a lady that's guide you through all the process of meditation. So basically, the meditation help a bit, like, to be proactive during the day and not in a reactive mode, just reacting. And by the way, to avoid this, I'm also like avoiding to check my phone and everything, like respond to message my emails or social media and stuff like that. I don't want to be like a ping pong ball and get in people's agenda. Like, I do my things, and then I jump into the day, and more focused and more centered. And right after that, I review my goals and my vision board. There is like tons of video about vision boards. I won't go in depth in that, but it's also mentioned in the book The Secret. And it's like, vision board is a board, like, with all the things that you want to achieve. Because as Tony Robbins say, visualize to materialize. So you have to have a clear vision of what you want to achieve, where you want to get, what country you want to travel to, anything. So I review my goals. So I have more clarity of, like, what I have to do to move toward those goals. And this I do it almost every day since a while. And then I plan my day on paper right after this step. I plan my day. So when you are planning your day, you know that you are planning your day for things that's gonna move you toward your goals. And when I have things written down on paper and not on a doc or something, on paper, and like each thing that is done, you take it as done, and it feels like it gives you some more motivation to continue to do the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. So this is something that is helping me a lot, especially when I have some busy days. Like when I have like some relaxed days, I don't do it, but when it's a busy day, as you can see in here, like I'm not doing it every day. And yeah, so this is it for the morning ritual, and all of this, like, it's around 1 hour maximum to do it. So I think it's worth it having 1 hour to get yourself right. Then you jump into your day, you know. So now let's move to the next. So once I am done with the morning ritual, then what comes after, it's something that doesn't have to be in the right order or something, but let's go in with this in the right order. So producing content. That's why it's black, because like I was becoming lazy, and like I wasn't publishing videos on YouTube, and people were coming and asking, "Hey, is this YouTube channel done?" and things like that. So I put it in black, like, "Hey man, wake up." uh, and uh, and yeah, after that I've been, and when I see producing content, it's not just only YouTube, it's also my Instagram, it's also my mailing list, it's also my Facebook groups, and but what is the course, like recording the material for the course, Ecom Elite Accelerator, and like the most time consuming task I can say that I have during the day is this one, seriously. Like, especially at the beginning, when I want to make a video, it was taking me like 2 3 days. Right now I can do it in an afternoon or couple of hours sometimes, it's become, because this is, at the beginning I didn't I didn't have enough knowledge, so I've been learning in the process and getting better and better and better at doing this. And as I always say, it doesn't have to be perfect. Well, the importance is that we make progress every day. And yeah, for YouTube, videos are really time consuming because you have to do the editing, introducing some little stuff here and there and stuff like that. But it's fun. I really like it. I enjoy it, seriously. So the other thing that you see in here is like, the for me is the really serious thing of the business. Like, this is when the business happen. And for that I'm using something that we call, to get focused, the linking habits. It's something I use also for to go to the gym. Like, I put my podcast, and I know that the next thing that I have to do is go to the gym and work out. It's called linking habit. One habit that leads you to another one. And I practice this in many things. And also in when I want to really focus and take chunks of time of work on serious things. So what I do is I use an app. It's Be Focused Focus Timer. This one that you see in here. It allows you. It's like a timer, and I work in time blocks. Like, every task I give it like 40 minutes of full focus. Like, I don't check. I don't multitask. I would show you something regarding multitasking. You see the figure in here? It's coming from the book of Greg McKeown, Essentialism: The Disciplined Pursuit of Less. A very good book that like help in focusing on things that really matter. And like, yeah, you can see that when you spread your focus, you're not efficient. You go like slower. But when you have a sharp focus on one thing, you go extremely fast. Multitasking is like if you have a car, you are driving a car, and you stop it, and then you start it again, and it's a process. It takes time. But when you are working on the same task on continuous way, you get into a momentum. So what I try to create every time is momentum. And for this, I use those linking habits. Is I use Pomodoro. I put some brain music. You will find a link for brain music website. It's kind of music made for focus. It's good music, and it, like, you feel like you are tripping, like you're traveling. It's like psychill trance and stuff like that, down tempo things, and it really helped me like to dive deep into the business. And I also use self-control. It's an app that block, like you put the website you want to block, and there is no way that you get to those websites. So I block like all the social media. I block all the things that like can block me. I don't block Facebook because I'm on the business manager. When you block Facebook, the business manager gets blocked too. Uh, and uh, and yeah, so you are focusing on one thing at the time. So I use those three tools, and it's like my linking habit to like momentum and going deep into the business. And in this phase, what I do is I check the virtual assistant and see what's happening around in the business. If there's some complaint from a client, if there is something to get fixed, I check the business manager to make sure that everything is going smooth with the ads, like no high CPM. We are not losing money in some accounts, either my account or my client accounts. I check the stores. I check also some products, to test and stuff like that. And for this, like I block chunk of time. And I also check some other businesses that I'm into. So it depends of the priority each time I'm working on something different. And this, sometimes like I find myself going and partying and stuff for 1 week, then I come back and I feel overwhelmed. But right now I'm disciplined. Like I'm working on that like almost every day, because it's not just about working, it's about having fun in life. It's not about the money, it's about the lifestyle. I love to repeat this because this is it. And uh, and yeah, and the aim of this dashboard is to help you to get a better lifestyle and not just to be efficient, money and stuff like that. So so this part here is business. It's around, depending, it could be just 1 hour sometimes it's 4, 5, 6 hours. It depends of the workload, but most of the time I don't spend more than 1, 2 hours just checking the things quickly and following up with the team and everything. After that comes outside activity. So as you know, I'm living in Sao Paulo, and it's like a huge city, like it's New York of South America. Very modern, very developed, a lot of shows happening, a lot of cultural events, and a lot of. It's really like an amazing city. It's the best city I've seen all over the world. I've been traveling. This is like my top. That's why I'm staying in here. And what I noticed is that before I was like sometimes spending like 1, 2 weeks just grinding like a crazy, and then after that I'm just partying like I had no balance. But with this dashboard, it's really helped me like to go to some outside activity, either going shopping, going on a date, meeting. I really was bad at this. Like my social life was really crazy. It's either maximum or minimum, and here you can see it's really consistent. Like I have a lot of circles of friends. Like my daily activities are really cool. So in this one, in business, like you are, I don't know, like I check my inbox, like I have dozens and dozens of message, the inbox on my fan page, my Instagram account, emails I receive and everything. And if you try to respond whenever somebody come to you with something, like you will get lost. You become like a ping pong. You are just reactive, in a reactive mode. Oh, this guy came and told me this, or gave me this information, or want this information, and you are just like a ping pong. You stop what you are doing, you switch, and you are not focused with the person you're talking to, and you are not focused on the things that really matter for you. And what I do is like I block a chunk of time every day, or if I can, and like when I'm free and I don't have anything to do, anything else. And what I do is I connect with either students or entrepreneurs. And like I check, for example, one day I go and I check my Instagram, and I block 1 hour, and I respond to everyone, and try to help people if they are asking for help or something. And also get on a call with some successful entrepreneurs, like some guys are more advanced than me in some other fields. So I learn from them and they learn from me, and we exchange ideas, and we brainstorm on new ideas and stuff. And this is something like, the truth is something like I really enjoy, because when you connect with smart people, it stimulates your brain, and you get some new ideas from here, from there, and it's something like I try to be consistent with. And I'm becoming more and more and more consistent, as you can see in here. Like at the beginning, I wasn't consistent. Like this dashboard really helped me a lot in many things. This is things I was doing in my life, but not in a consistent way. With this dashboard, I'm getting consistent with all this cool stuff. So like I have, yeah, or I go and for example, recently, that's why it's a green most of the time, because after the release of the course, like I'm most of the time checking with my students and following up with them and checking what are their struggle and everything, checking the mastermind, and that's why it is becoming like green. And not only that, but also connecting with some entrepreneur, not only in e-commerce, but in various fields of business, like in traffic lead generation, in funnels, in in app business, in every industry. Because it's good to know what's happening in the business. The online business is changing very fast, so you have to surround yourself with people and mastermind a little bit and stuff like that. So by the way, if like you send a message and I don't respond, now you know the reason. Like, because I can't respond to everyone, and I can't like so I can't respond to everyone. I'm doing my best, like to block some chunk of time and do as much as I can. And we have only 24 hours per day. And yeah, so after that come another one. It's going for a run. As I told you, like Sao Paulo is a great city, and like there is many parks and many stuff. And going for a run is like a pleasure, it's something like I really enjoy. But this one is like the only one I'm struggling in, because I say, oh, but you've been to the gym. Oh, but you've been outside and you met some friends. So I still checking how can I do this to become consistent? But it's a little bit hard. Then after that come journaling. And like all the great minds of this world are keeping a journal. Like we discovered many things just from the journal of Leonardo da Vinci, for example. And so journal is something important. Like for me, I will write down my reflections, I will write down my struggles, my successes. I will write down like it's an archive of all the things that happened for me. And I don't have to do this daily, so I do it just once every week, or depending of the event that are happening in my life. So I will write down on my journal, if I have some, I can go in some reflection about something, it depends, just to write about the day. I had an amazing day. And then you have, this is something I start in 2015, and like for example, I go in 2015 and I check, and I also write things about the business and ideas and businesses I want to start, like, and uh, it's really something important, I think. Like journaling is quite important, and as Jim Rohn once said, a life worth living is a life worth recording, and he was right about this. So yeah, basically that's the 13 success habits that I have. This video have been long, I told you, but I hope that it was something useful and that you've got some value from it. If this is the case, don't forget to thumb up. And one more thing, this, when you see it's all white, it means I didn't check this. By the way, even this dashboard is a discipline in itself, that you come and you feel it every day. You become responsible. You have something that you have to do every day. This is also a discipline. And here I was sick, so I didn't work 2 days I was really destroyed. It was very bad days. And here my mother came to visit me in Brazil, so I had to block my time and like to enjoy my time with her because I didn't see her since like 2 years and a half or something. So I blocked this and